Yo, how we doing today? Let's see here. Today we got ourselves another race versus Laves. Oh, let's see here. Let's see. What? How we doing today? What am I doing? I'm pulling up DraftKings. That's what I'm doing. Dude, I get a deer in the headlights every once in a while. I'm just like, what? Who is at the front door? Like, all right, it's pulled up. Present. We'll hit this button first. Then we'll hit present. Because it always does that small box, and I don't like that. It's like a weird OCD thing I don't like to see. Alrighty. I guess I should go full face. You guys saw the sneak peek to the race. Nothing changed there. Nothing from last week changed at the top. I moved Zach Charbonnet back a little bit. I didn't realize I had him so much ahead of the community. I think that must have changed this past week or something. So I was like 20 picks ahead of him. Just moved him back. What else? So what up, Dennis? We'll go 9:15. DK Millie, obviously. What else did I do? I moved somebody up forward. I didn't move Rasheed Rice up anymore, but somebody I probably will do next week. I'll probably just do it by myself. What else? Who else did I moved back? I moved back quite a few people that I was getting random too many shares of. Jahan Dotson I moved back. I still don't quite get the fall. That's fine. Yeah, and then Thursday and Wednesday we'll have like 20 drafts that you have an opportunity to join. So no big deal. What's it called? Yeah. A lot of streamers out tonight. I popped open the old YouTube just to see what was going on. The RPS guys are live. The Shipping Nation's live right now. And that's just on my Best Ball Nation YouTube channel. Like, I have to imagine like Pat from the Pounders is probably live. I'm just guessing. I don't know. Maybe I should switch to see who else is live. Notorious Fantasy, Nick, Spectrum Sports is live. Fantasy Football Show. Competing with a bunch of big time. The Flock is live. Holy cannoli. That's all right. We're competing and we're beating them out here. Sweet 4 viewers. Thank you for being here. 25%. Wait, 25% Jaden Daniels. What a fucking steal. I wish I had that much Jaden Daniels. I don't even think I have. I think I have. I better pull this up. Oh no. Add the page. All right. We're going to go ahead and jump in. I don't know how close we are. 9:15, we're jumping in. I don't know how close it is. I just know that I was fairly close because I saw it's 9:14. Go ahead and put me there. Have a notification. Enter. Come on. Okay, it was a long minute. Okay, I see that now. Oh, I moved Nico Collins back. I didn't realize that he'd fallen. Another reason I don't know what happened. I had him at 13. I don't know why I had him up so high. I also don't know why he's in the 20s. Captain Osmo, bitch ass up. Trying to get Carson Steele in every draft. Me too. I have a lot of him. Enter, boys. Enter. Go ahead. 12 of 12. I apologize if you didn't get in. Yeah. Dennis got in though. Dennis got in. So hit auto draft, hit draft board. The Yahoo League is closed. I finalized the teams just before I went live. 8 teams, really 6 teams fighting for a chance at $200. Good here. I'm not going to have too many drafts this year compared to last year. Same. But my number has slowly dwindled down. But I went light at the big board, and I didn't go crazy. I stayed at a nice like drafting level. I didn't do a single slow draft this season. Not one slow draft this entire season. And yeah, I feel good, man. I feel good about my teams. Even the ones that I've auto drafted, like they've turned out pretty okay. 15% Carson's a lot. I don't know how much let's see here. Carson Steele, I don't think I got but more like 2 or 3 shares. Completed. I don't grab them in the. Didn't grab them BBM, but I might have grabbed them in the. I had 16% Cody Schrader in the big board. Lots of different kind of running backs. I don't see Carson Steele. I didn't grab Carson Steele once. Oh, I did. I grabbed him twice. 2% Carson Steele. With 78 teams drafted. And just so you guys who aren't familiar with me, I am Felix Castro. I won a lot of money playing best ball 3 years ago now. And I mainly draft DraftKings because nobody else does it. And now that there are a couple other people that do it now, but I will consistently draft DraftKings because I think they need a voice, and I feel like they also need somebody to be a speaker in the community. Where are you at with drafts? I think I'm done. Max, big board, DBM 5, DK Melee, DK single, 15, 50 UD eliminators, max UD 300, $100 big board, 2 sophomore prior 300, and 500 of those were slow. Animal. Nice, dude. I got 35 BBM left. Probably only going to get to 10 more on DK. And in the end, should end up with should end with DK with 100. So glad to be done. Pretty good, Doc. I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. I have let's see here. I did 78 pre-draft. I will have done about 160 after the draft on UD. Might do some marathons. But I'm gonna max the tournament that is every weekly, the battle royale. I'm max the week 1 battle royale, and then DMFDKC 12. Show yourself. What was I saying? I'm going to max the DK. I counted it today. I have currently 60 entries into the desert, King of the Desert qualifiers. I do not recommend it for anybody else, partially because the payout sucks. But if you do win it, you do win a lot. And the advance rate's not terrible, but the payout for the advances is not like you get like $100 and you get to the finals, right? So it's like, really worth it? Like, you know what I mean? So I have 60 of those. I have done all the single entries that are low dollar. I have done single entries 15. I'd max the $4, the $9. Pretty much everything on DraftKings I've maxed that's low dollar. And then and or I tried to max it. It's because it's kind of hard to max all these tournaments because they have come out with so many. You know, they may not max their DK Millie, but with all the other stuff that they maxed out, they have plenty of money to spare with how much they've earned over the other stuff. Well, no need to promote DK unless they are promoting you, Felix. They are not loyal to you. I mean, no, they're not loyal to me, but they do send me stuff. They do. They have taken care of me when I needed them to. I had some issues with the taxes, and my representative got it done like that. Like once I contacted him, which it took forever, but once I contacted my representative, then he just like got it done really fast for me. So yes and no. Like they don't do anything for me, but they kind of do stuff. Like they gave me a TV on Father's Day last year. Like kind of cool. Like nah, don't get me wrong. They're kind of a scumbag organization when it came to Rainmakers and all this other stuff. But overall, I mean, I'm up $1.4 million over a lifetime. I mean, I'm gonna be loyal to them. So they have a you know, I don't think I have a winning record over an underdog. Not saying don't draft there, just stick up for them as unwarranted. Nah, yeah. Yeah, okay, so yes and no. So the tax form, okay, so apparently I don't even need it. Like what I was asking for. They just incorrectly put it down. I think it was the hard part. And then my guy, once I explained to like what was going on, he's like, "Oh, that's ridiculous." He got it done for me, and then so I guess if you're not a VIP, yes, it sucks, and they kind of suck. But being a VIP that I was 2 years ago, because I'm not a VIP anymore, because you have to spend an ungodly amount. So $5 is worth one tier credit, which if you want to be diamond, you have to get to 90 tier credits. So if you multiply that out, just basically, you have to spend $450,000 to become a diamond member. I don't know who is spending $450,000. That's crazy. Now you can kind of, I can kind of see how the people that are betting can get there a lot easier, but it kind of sucks. I get it. I just come across as you're sticking up for them over DUD. Oh, I'm 100% DK over UD, 100% all day, every day. I hate UD's like stuff in general. I maybe it's that I'm annoyed with them. They wouldn't let me change my name the same year that Liam got his name changed, and maybe that's like rubbed me the wrong way the last few years. But I also don't have loyalty to one another. Like I enjoyed the interaction I had between the owner of Drafters and their product. If I enjoyed that interaction, I really liked that company as well. I don't mind shilling for like other companies, but I didn't have a positive feeling towards Underdog the way they told me no, that I couldn't have my name changed. So I'm a bit of a prick when small things annoy me. Yeah, I am petty, but like Owner's Box, it's a super flex. It's a super flex DFS site. Like I love playing on there. I don't mind playing on them. Like I don't mind touting other companies up, but I'm not gonna just shield for Underdog just because everybody in our society, our community does either. Like everybody a part of that community has rubbed me the wrong way at least a time or two. And maybe I'm more annoyed with the community that has been developed over there than I am actually their product. But I honestly don't see a difference between the two products. And if anything, I actually do enjoy drafting over on DraftKings. more. One, as everybody seems to think, it is softer lobbies over here. More entertaining stuff. I mean, who wants to go to a lobby where everybody drafts the exact same way? Because if you do, then Underdog is for you. But if you want unique, fun drafts where anything can happen and you can build monster teams at the same time, then DraftKings is for you. Also, they have cool tickets where you can go to cool things like the night of the what's it called, King of the Desert. I'm assuming that it's going to be in Arizona where they did the Tournament of Champions, and that place, that hotel, that establishment was super awesome, and that Tournament of Champions was a lot of fun. They had a lot of fun activities. They fed us well. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I'm not really loyal to one company or another, but if I am, it's going to be DraftKings because they've taken care of me. And they were constantly like checking in on me, even though I'm not a VIP anymore. My VIP still checks in on me. Okay, we got a 0-1-2-1. Got Kelsey. Unfortunately, did not get Mahomes, even though got Kelsey. See that Dennis got Jamar, DK, and Debo. So he's got two of my favorite players and what's his name? Nez's favorite player. I don't know if you guys watched the. I don't, but shit, I don't care about it either. I like UD experience better. I don't, but it's fine. As far as software drafting experience, DK sucks. I mean, from what I heard, the slows got better. They had it a tab on the desktop, but you can't do shit. Their lobby needs work, but not. See, I actually like their pregame lobby because you can see who's in your draft. I don't know if that's what you're talking about. You can see who's in your draft. I like how, I like that part of it. Like UD doesn't have that. Like you don't know who's about to be in your draft. You just shoots you into it. I don't know if that's what you're talking about. And then the slows, they added some improvements for it by adding the tab for it, kind of like Drafter does, from what I've been told. So multi-tabling is easier. Yeah. And what else did they do? They that's the thing. Like you could be on auto, and like it'll put you on auto, I should say, after you miss a couple picks. On Underdog, I mean, it never puts you on auto. Like those drafts last forever. We're doing 2 more rounds on this site, and it goes faster than on a UD. I'm talking about drafting in general, all interface. I care less who's in my lobby. I do. I mean, I should say I get excited to see who's in my lobby. Yeah, I put that in there on DraftKings. They have a Discord, and I jumped on it, and then they I don't know if I got invited or how it worked, but they had a best ball poll. It says if you enjoy it, blah blah blah, or if not, why not, blah blah blah. And I said I enjoy blah blah blah, but they need a draft for mobile, a draft board for mobile, and something else. I forget. Probably go back and look at it. And honestly, everything I've asked for has come back into the site. So I asked for a board in general. I didn't ask for a mobile board. They got the board. I asked for the price to be increased to 20 because in $5 drafts, everybody was just like, if you didn't get what they wanted, they kind of just said fuck it, whatever, and they just would leave. Or $20 is a financial investment. You know what I mean? Like it's cheap enough that I think it has a good enough entry, cheaper than BBM, but it's not too cheap where it unvalues the entry. Let's see here. Best ball poll. Oh, best ball is actually a really dope strategy. Let's go to the top. I said, I know one thing that is desired by the best ball community is a draft board for the mobile version, and an easier way to look at your own team at the end of the draft desktop version. So that way, aka me, the streamer, would like a pop up or something that like displays your team, so you can go ahead and read your team off when your team is filled. I know that's bougie and probably not wanted by like most people, but I want it, so I'm somebody. And yeah, that's like, what else? I sent them an email like that was like a page long, and then just about everything they've hit on. So I can't be too picky because they've hit on everything I've asked for. Again, that could have been a lot of people's requests, but when I send the email, if I don't know how many other people got the email, but that's what I sent them, and I sent them a lot of things. And my rep said he'll send it to the guy directly, so who's like working on it. That was two and a half years ago, so they've been constantly increasing their stuff in a good way. What about 2 years ago? I don't remember. It was January. George Pickens. Xavier Worthy. That's a good pick. What did I get? Mark Andrews. Wait, what? What? Where is the Lamar Jackson drafter? Josh Jacobs. Why you got 3 running backs? You could have gotten Mark Andrews. Well, we have Bully tight end here. I have my settings at 3, 5, 10, 2. That was what I won the $1 million with. I wasn't expecting to get 2 dominant tight ends, but the fall of Mark Andrews here was I kind of had to, I guess. Holy cow. And when the other 2 drafters at the back behind me have Kincaid, which I don't, well, I get why you have Kincaid, but I don't know why he didn't push Kincaid to the second round. He could have gotten Montgomery Reed ahead of him, but he probably was like, I don't want to risk it. So, again, okay. I think it's because Stroud got pushed up to that round. A-Rich got pushed up early. A-Rich got pushed up to the drafter who didn't get Pittman. Pittman drafter got A.J. Brown, and so he didn't need Anthony Richardson. He wasn't going to get drafted by him either way. But he drafted Kamara a little early. Oh, my boy Dennis is going to look for a Purdy stack. I hope you draft him before my ranks have him. Tomato, likes and dislikes on every site. Yeah, I agree. Likes and dislikes on a lot of drafts. I draft all the time from the phone, and it's a huge disadvantage not being able to see what players are drafted ahead of me. Yeah, and I hate when people have to read their team off the draft board. I see the players by position grouping, just a little shit like that. Yeah. So, and again, I don't know if that's more of a streamer take, but it would just make it easier for me. So many times I didn't realize one team had 3 quarterbacks and through 8 rounds. I get shut out. Super annoying. Yes. Though they do a pretty good job on I guess, again, on the desktop site. Like you can see all of the what everybody has. Desktop is the best on DraftKings if you can do it. Obviously, it's a huge time commitment to draft from your desktop. Most likely, you have to go to work and blah blah blah. I get it. I draft from work as well. Double elite tight end. This is wild. I'm not getting either of the quarterbacks, but tight end, I got both of them. It's wild. Wild. And I got good wide receivers. I got Diggs, Pickens, and Garrett Wilson. I think I already forgot my first round pick. Yeah, Garrett Wilson. I got JT in the second. I feel fairly balanced, even though it's like obviously it's very tight end heavy. Najee Harris goes. This is why, Dennis. This is why when I draft, if I have a pick later than 6'6", is it 6'6" that I said that I was going to do that on, or 6'6" and before? I have to take Najee Harris before 6'6", because after 6'6", I can get him here and then get him in the 7th round. Because he'll never make it past 7'6". So you need to take it 6'6", because he's not going to make it past 7'6". Son of a gun. We'll take a Christian Watson instead. My Najee shares have gone down. It's kind of wild. Tennis. No, don't feel bad. It's perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. If you like him, take him, dude. Take him. My Najee shares have gone down on both sides because of the rise of him, because everybody's worried about Jalen Warren missing a game. Personally, I think it's possible that he misses more than a game or two and or loses workload to Cordell Patterson. I know that sounds wild to hear, but don't be surprised that Arthur Smith says, oh, well, Cordell Patterson can catch and can have explosive plays too. So don't be surprised if that happens more and more. When like Najee will get like 60% of the workload, and then the last 40 will get split between the other two. I wouldn't be surprised, especially early on. I wouldn't be surprised. I also think you have to – sorry, to go back to this. I think if you're used to an interface versus the other, I think you get used to what you like drafting on. And I've always been a liking to draft 3 quarterbacks. And I like also drafting, be able to draft 10 wide receivers. Like I like the option to have the ability to draft more players, because I feel like you can go deeper into the player pool. And I that's why I love the big board on UD, because it's like before the draft, and you can implement. I like 20-round drafts as well, just in general, because you can just the players that know more about the NFL or like the skill positions get a bigger advantage. I feel like that's where I had a bigger advantage in the year I won it. Nobody was like, a lot of people were bypassing Amon-Ra St. Brown. I was not, and I had probably more shares than most. Not that he was completely undrafted all the time, but when he was first being drafted, it was like he was not even on. I think I had to scroll down because I was in a lobby with Eric Balfour and somebody, and so I had to scroll down to find a Amon-Ra. Like he wasn't even being drafted all the time on DK or on Underdog. And that's why I like the big board. Big board is probably like the big board, and then DraftKings. Like I love 20 rounds. I think it just gives us more chances to win, because there's going to be the dumb drafters that just keep making worse and worse picks, and then I think it separates the talent gap, because on DraftKings you don't. I always hear about like if you don't have a few matching tight ends or same bye weeks, whatever. I think the talent of the player takes is more prevalent on DraftKings, because you can then have a huge gap. Because of the year I won it, I had a huge gap over third place. Even when I was the first, I'm just like talking from first or second over third place, like by hundreds, like most of the time. Like there was a big discrepancy in the way I was drafting. I think if you draft really well, your teams are going to show that on the draft board. If you draft very poorly, you're going to be at the bottom most likely. Which the last 2 years, I have been at the bottom the last 2 years. And I get it. I've sucked the last 2 years. This year, we don't know yet, but I feel good. What's the most you would take from one team? Number 4. What's the most you would take from one team? From one team? So if I'm onslaughting a team, I like to go quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight end. So 4 is like what I feel comfortable doing, But have I done 5? Yeah, I've done 5. Like, I think 6 is way overkill. I think 5, you're borderline too much, but hypothetically, I can understand 5. We also have to have the right value of it, but I can understand 5. But 4 is what I feel comfortable doing. I can understand 5 if you had a Charger stack, right? You had Herbert, you got J.K. This is according to DraftKings, not UD, where you have less players, obviously. Then I got Caleb Williams. What in the world? At 111, I think he goes usually around pick 100. So that's not on me, guys. That's on you. Typically only for one for me, but QB and 1 complimentary for show. What's it called? Yeah. Because I could see if you drafted Herbert, you got J.K. Dobbins, and you drafted Palmer or McConkey earlier, and then you added Hayden Hurst at the end. I can understand that. That's not too much value. Hayden Hurst is a last round pick. J.K. Dobbins is, RB4 or 5. And then you spent some premium capital on McConkey and Palmer, but so then you had to get a Herbert. I can see 5 for some teams, typically 4 at the most. I personally like to keep it, unless I'm running a team onslaught, I like to keep it around 3. A quarterback, 2 wide receivers, a quarterback, wide receiver, tight end. But I don't typically go more than 4. It also depends on the offense. I like getting Daniel Jones. I mean, I'm still on Bellinger. I might be wrong. It might be Theo. Bellinger, Singletary, obviously Daniel Jones. But if I get Neighbors, I'm okay with still getting Neighbors and Hyatt. You know what I mean? But I've been lighter. I've been getting light on Bellinger, so I've been cutting my Bellinger off lately. So I've been usually stopping at Hyatt. So it'd still be 4. Packers, you could definitely do 5. I also don't think that's a winning strategy because that's a lot of capital into that team. But they could be, team 1. I just don't see how they're team 1 in December. You know what I mean? I think it's gonna be 1 piece or 2 pieces that you need, like a jaded. I can see it. I think I can see a trio being there personally. One of, obviously Jordan Love, and then 2 of the 3, Jaden Reed, Christian Watson, Romeo Doubs, maybe Musgrave. 2 of those 4. Now I am Bellinger as well, but no Dan Jones. I've seen enough last year, so he got up and I got hurt. He's just playing bad. Yeah, I agree that he's bad. But you know who else is bad? Blake Bortles. Blake Bortles was one of the worst quarterbacks I had ever watched in college, and then to see him get drafted very highly, I was completely baffled. But he wasn't a fantasy goldmine for the right reasons. He would put himself so far behind that all they had to do was nothing but pass. So in that instance, I'm hoping that Daniel Jones throws a couple picks and then they play some soft coverage and it's just Neighbors and Daniel Jones and some easy tight touchdowns late, some definitely late cooking, because the coach there is a good coach. He's a good offensive mind. So I think they could still put it in the end zone. That is different. Real life bad, fantasy bad. Bortles, Winston, fantasy gold. Daniel Jones bad at passing all around, but an amazing runner. Let's see. Very good at running. Very good at running. So if I get 3 weeks out of Daniel Jones, he's an 18th, 19th round pick, worth it. If I can get 3 viable weeks before he gets destroyed, worth it. And I'm not saying I need him to be an amazing player. I just need him to produce fantasy points. And on the off chance that he actually ends up having a good season because he didn't have first time with an amazing playmaker, then we all win. I get Gabe Davis. The girl right in front of me drafts Trevor Lawrence. Son of a gun. I don't know why I have his headset on. I was listening to videos literally as I was coming on. But Fanspeak Network says, love it. Thank you so much for watching, Felix, and your support as always. Oh, I don't know if you guys got to catch the Fanspeak 8-hour marathon. It was a lot of fun to watch. I kind of missed the Jeopardy because I had to go get a soda, but it looked like Steve kind of was running away with his knowledge of the fantasy football world. Not that not that our boy Spread wouldn't be able to do fairly well. It's just Steve was on point that day. I'm curious who my other quarterbacks are going to be because a couple of them are gone. Justin Herbert, okay. Okay, that works. Yeah, I got Palmer earlier. Nice. I have 67% Singletary over all my drafts. Let's go. And 65 Slayton, 35% Bellinger, all late round because starters on the bad team that behind always garbage time. Garbage time pays the bills, baby. Yes, sir. Yeah, I have I think 12% neighbors right now. I have 30% Singletary. I have 50% Hyatt. So yeah, you're playing Slayton. I'm playing Hyatt. It's the same hope. We're hoping that these guys are down bad. They just throw it up. We get a couple of touchdowns deep. Pretty much the same plays, just different guys. No matter who the quarterback is. Yeah. I'd say I am throwing Daniel Jones in there because, again, on DraftKings, I think it's viable. And even on Underdog, I've been doing 3 quarterbacks. Just on the off chance that they are halfway decent, like who am I really picking over there that's got more upside than a third quarterback? I don't know. Nice. Yeah, I have a fairly big amount of Zamir White. Not that high. But that one might work out for you. DraftKings. I have. Maybe I don't have as much as I thought I did. Who do we talking about? Zamir White. Jalen, right? Oh, I think it's because it's hard on DraftKings to get him. Yeah, I only have 3% on DraftKings, but I think I have a ton on Underdog. I'm going to move down the board so we can all see the board. I have 16% White. So I have White at 16%, which is only 2x the field, so it's not like crazy or anything, but I'm over the field on White. Another thing is like it's hard to be overweight a lot of players, obviously. But I do like having 16% White in BBM. I was for sure thought they were going to draft somebody because he's always done well with a complimentary running back. So I thought that's what they would do, but unless they think Amir Abdullah still got it. I think one of the first drafts I was doing with the RPS guys, Baker Mayfield went like pick 205 or something like that. It's wild. Our boy that usually drafts with us, Kyle Marley, he is doing a stream for Overship It Nation. So if you guys after me want to go check them out, I always highly recommend them. They're good people over there. They do drafters drafts on for best ball, and they have very good insights, not only on MMA but as well as football. What am I going to get? I don't even know what, it's over here. It's got to be running back. Zach Charbonnet. I moved him back. Okay, so I had Zach Charbonnet in this area. I'm like, I need to move him back. So I moved him back 20 picks. You can still get him. It's okay. Jose, my friend, how we doing tonight? Yo, yo, yo. Part of my mustache beard connecting right here, I have one hair that keeps going into my mouth. It is driving me nuts. Calm down over there, dog. Ray Davis here? Probably Ray Davis if I don't see him. So I'm checking beforehand. For myself, not for this person. Geno Smith. Well, I think we might have gone JSN. We got JSN. Look at that. Naturally correlating. We got JSN, Zach Charbonnet, Geno Smith. Who do they play? Chicago. Unfortunately. But if this is the game that pops off and it's just like Caleb Williams runs 2 in, it's I don't know. I don't know how that works, but we'll take it. We got week 17 correlation there. Do I have any Buffalo? No, I got no Buffalo. Antonio Gibson go off the board yet? Because that's probably one of my guys as well. Antonio Gibson haven't gone off the board? That's surprising. So I used to go by. Some of you guys know I if you ever guys see me on Spike Week, I used to go by Tony, and well, some people called me Castro, but a lot of people called me Tony, and I used to get the Tony the Tiger song sung to me every day at school by this cheerleader. She's like, "Hey Tony, I like the things you do," and I'm like, "Can we not sing this song every single day?" But she was good looking, so I didn't mind. So again, out of the $1 million, how much went to taxes? 30%? No, 40% went to taxes. I paid $400. Well, I also won. I won a bunch of money after that $1 million. So it's not entirely just $1 million. I won a $50K tournament as well. But I ended up paying like $450,000. Yeah, it was about 40%, but I don't know exactly the exact amount or exact percentage because I won. I did fairly well outside of outside the DK, Millie. I ran pretty hot that year. Honestly, I ran pretty hot every year. I almost took down the Millie Maker for DraftKings NASCAR Daytona earlier this year. I've come close on a couple different tournaments. I almost got I almost won a golf thing early in the year. I had two, like we're not sun running, but we get lucky every once in a while. That's what I'm saying. I have zero idea because I got taxed, all at once. It didn't. I think I got taxed on because the thing didn't pay out, or maybe I don't remember what the exact numbers were, but I got taxed on a lot of money. So, but I had to say it was like 40%. It was closer to 40% than anything else. It wasn't 50%, but it wasn't 30% either. It was somewhere in the 40s. Ray Davis and Antonio Gibson go off the board. I don't even know how many running backs I do have. I know we have 3 quarterbacks, 2 tight ends. All right, so my running backs are JT and Zach Charbonnet. I have noticed that my auto draft teams, I've been trying to fix it like a little bit better, but I've been struggling at getting running backs. But if I don't want to overcorrect and then get too many running backs early, Holy cannoli. Mark Fleming here has got 7 running backs. Hold on. I need to see who they are. So he went Kyron and Pacheco. So he went early running back, too. Then Chase Brown, Eckler, Chubb, Dobbins, Ray Davis. That's not bad. One tight end, that's fine. Dak Prescott, that's fine. Did he take Dak before? He took Dak 1 pick before him. That's a fucking dick move. That is a dick move. It's funny. Yeah, I'm going wide receiver here at 5. I know my lobby. Yeah, made millions. All of my running backs have gone off the board in the last round and a half. Braylon Allen's one of my guys. Bucky, Cleo, Antonio, Ray Davis. I think I had Kamani Vidal past this, so I wasn't expecting anything there. Oh, EJ did a DK or BBM at 9:30 9:30 p.m. Sorry, EJ, I did not know you were going to do a draft. Not like you're watching this, or maybe you are. Maybe you're one of the viewers outside the viewership. I bet EJ. Always out there getting in fights with the Twitter world. I'll never forget, he did a draft stream sniping Pete Overzet and Spags. They got so bad about it. Whatever, man. Like, if they want to stream, they do it. Probably did because they knew you were going to get butthurt about it. Oh man, that was a funny day. By the way, this was all my first part of my statements about Underdog. Not talking bad about the people there, because Rudman is cool, Josh is cool, the other white guy that does videos with Josh is cool, and obviously Hope and Numi are cool people. Other than that, I don't give a fuck about them. Love me some EJ, good dude. Yeah, I agree. He's a good dude. He was I think he was the first guest on my channel. He asked if he could come on. I'm like, absolutely. I don't think I had anybody on before, so like, see how it goes. I was not ready for the disco lights, I will say that. But yeah, I love EJ, man. And if you get to talk to him, he's a normal dude. Will he say stuff that can get underneath your skin? I'm sure it can. If you're one of those people. But I think he was all nothing but good intentions, but sometimes, Twitter can get the best of us sometimes. Yeah. I went through a whole thought process there, so I apologize for the quiet time there. I was thinking about Twitter and how it's so dumb. Like, if you're not a part of a community, like on Underdog or on Twitter, you could be doing the exact same thing as other people, and like, I feel like everybody's looking for recognition on Twitter, and it's like it gets a little exhausting trying to carve out your own little piece. I'm good with where I'm at now. I post my exposures. That seems to be the only thing that gets people going. So I post them like once a month. I post my exposures. Obviously, I'm gonna be posting them in the next week or so. With now I'm 142, 141 Underdog drafts. We'll probably get that done tomorrow. I was thinking, instead of the small dollar, we might do a small dollar and maybe my 150th tomorrow for Underdog, and then obviously Tuesday or Thursday, Wednesday, Thursday, we're doing the 2 10-hour streams, and we'll finish up the last 150th DK Millie on Thursday. Hopefully with the last draft we do, but if I miss time, maybe we'll do a single entry or something. Yeah, man, people get their feelings hurt so quick these days. Yeah. So easy too. Though, to be fair, I do too. I don't get my feelings hurt because I just don't understand. And maybe because I'm old, I just don't understand why you're up in a tizzy. Like, I'm not trying to get you mad. I'm just posting what I think, my exposures or how I played the game, and they can take what I'm saying and accept it. But some people just gotta fire back at a negative tweet. I'm just like, okay. And so then sometimes I'm like, well, okay, you're kind of asking for me to prod you a little bit more because your feelings are getting hurt. I can't help myself. I gotta just poke a little bit back. So my favorite one is like, oh, he hates losing money. That one has stuck with me the last few weeks. He's like, he enjoys losing money. He hates money or something along those lines. And I'm like, man, I am up. I didn't even have to deposit all year really. Like I could just let the money in my account of my 20K win in Battle Royale, and that'll that's 6 BBMs worth. Like I can cash out. The fact is that I've played. I've been a profitable best ball gamer / Battle Royale / in life. DFS, like I'm okay. Like, but because I do something that is profitable that they don't quite understand how it can be profitable, it blows their mind. Like, that doesn't make sense. Like, you're putting too many eggs in one basket. That's the point, man. That's the point. You're putting all your eggs in one basket. So if that basket comes back, it's gonna be filled with bunnies. I don't know, eggs. I don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to get at there, but it's like, you don't understand. Like, my basket is full with this guy, but if this guy does well, I'm going to have every permutation, every possibility with that guy that you may not have. Like, I had so many Jamar Chase, Cooper Kupp teams. I really don't know how many Jamar Chase, Cooper Kupp, Amon-Ra teams I had. I don't think it was a lot. And that's the combination you needed to win DK Millie. Because Herzig and the guy right above me, who got second place, or right below me, I guess, they put up a lot of points. And then I hadn't had Amon-Ra, that wouldn't have worked out. I would have had Cooper Kupp and Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase, yeah, wasn't highly owned in the finals that year, but Cooper Kupp was 50 or 60% owned in the finals. So a majority of people had him. But he still put up a good game, so it didn't really it mattered that he was still there, but it didn't really matter because he was 60% owned. Anybody could have had those points, which somebody did. Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jamar Chase had better games than him. So those people who had that combination of Kupp with Chase did really well. I have no idea. It's got to go running back. I think I might be done at wide receiver. Yeah, we're done at wide receiver. It's the last two are running backs. Okay. I like my wide receiver room. Hyatt, Davis. Ooh. Look at my wide receiver room. They all win deep. They all win deep. They can win short, but he can win deep as well. Last two being running backs. I did adjust it. I think it might be Will Shipley and put somebody in front of Dylan Labe. Who did I put in front of Dylan Labe? I think I might have put Carson Steele ahead of Dylan Labe. I don't remember. We shall see. Oh, Will Shipley's already off. Okay. Dalvin Cook. Hold up. Wait a minute. We got your Thud with one quarterback drafted. On the opposite side, we have 4 quarterbacks drafted. Got Lamar. Fuck that. I gotta get Lamar, Jaden Daniels, 2 tags, and Daniel Jones. Tell you what, he's got a lot of rushing upside on his team, and he grabbed Russell Wilson. 3 tight ends early, mid. I mean, this is a team. The all looks normal until you get to here, more here. And Joku Pitts, I'm like, okay, that's kind of wild. Your second running back's Jonathan Brooks. You need to pack in some running backs. Got some good running backs, and then you got Cook. I don't know, man. It's interesting. A.J. Dillon. I thought I moved him back far enough. Not far enough, I guess. Who's next to Dillon? There's another Q-tag player next to Dillon. Oh, we're about to find out because I'm guaranteeing that's who got drafted. I moved him back, I thought. I must have, but it must not have been far enough. Who is the other running back? It wasn't Foreman because I don't like Foreman. Go ahead and read off my team and find out the surprise. Alrighty. We got Garrett Wilson, JT, Travis Kelce, Stephon Diggs, George Pickens, Mark Andrews, Christian Watson, JSN, Joshua Palmer, Caleb Williams, Gabe Davis, Justin Herbert, Zach Charbonnet, Geno Smith, Jalen McMillions, Jermaine Burton, Kendra Miller, Jalen Hyatt, A.J. Dillon, Carson Steele. Let's go. Yeah, I watched the first 30 seconds of your guys' stream, Kyle, and then I was going live at the exact same time as you guys did. I only watched any of you streamers for the entertainment and reconnaissance to see what the talking heads are leading the like-minded masses to a general too directionally. No offense. Oh, I don't give 2 fucks. Man, I already know you and I draft differently, so I don't. I mean, you watch me, I appreciate it. You know, I'd appreciate if you watch me, but nobody drafts differently because of the way I talk. It's like hanging out with guys and gals like me and talking about since Kiddo's wife and adult friend would have zero idea what I'm talking about. I know. I was right before I got on live. I was like, this is who I was pointing out to the things. I'm like, she was pointing out baby stuff, and I was like, I see how I said I don't care. It's not that I don't care about your feelings. I just don't care about that stuff. And I was like, see, blood, I'm taking the giant stack late, that kind of thing. And I was going on there, and she's like, what? She was listening, and I was like, you don't care. So I was like, I don't care about the baby stuff. It's nothing offense to those people. I don't really care. Right on. That was our last stream. Oh man. I mean, it makes sense. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Yeah. I guess that does make sense. That'd be the last one. I'm probably gonna do a couple next week. I might do a team, pick your favorite teams and send it to me show next week, maybe on Wednesday. There'll probably be a couple of shows. I got to keep it going kind of thing. And then we'll do some betting content over the Fantasy Football Plus network. Our boy Dennis, because nobody else announced himself before the 6th round, and I don't know anybody else's name. Change marital status if it was CMS. Dennis, a.k.a. Toast 420. Chase, Debo Samuel, DK Metcalf, T. Higgins. Oh, you got the double. Kenneth Walker, George Kittle, Najee Harris, Joe Burrow, Brock Purdy, Devin Singletary, Jacoby Myers, Ty Chandler. I moved up Ty Chandler today as well. Michael Wilson, Bucky Irving, Wan'Dale Robinson, Justin Fields, Jawan Johnson, De'Ami Brown, Cam Akers, and Tucker Kraft. My guy can't leave a draft without a Packer. Can't leave a draft without a Packer. It's so funny. And, of course, he's one of the highest people I saw, Michael Wilson. And with the Zay Jones news, I feel like that kind of solidifies his spot. Obviously, the Greg Dorchers of the world are going to be excited that Zay's out for, a certain time. But I think that role was mainly going to go to Michael Wilson anyways, because Dortch is more of my opinion, more of a slot type player. But with 7 likes for another draft. How many likes do we at? How many likes are we at, boys? How many likes? How many likes? Let me see. Nothing. We didn't hit anything unless somebody subscribed to the Patreon. I'll go ahead and link that. If anybody subscribes to the Patreon by 10:15, we'll do another one. But if nobody does, we're going to call it here. Good luck to the seasonal. It's here. Yep. I mean, it's here in about a week and a few days. I mean, I don't blame you. I mean, 20th round Kraft has a shot. You know, he's 1 away from Luke Musgrave to going in and being full time. And from what I've heard, I don't know whose it was. I don't know if it was the fan speak or if it was Pete. I honestly don't remember who was talking about. Might have been Davis. I don't know. It was somebody. They were talking about how they've been using Tucker Kraft. Like he's been getting some good work in with the first team because he's a better blocker and such. So I don't know. Maybe it turns out like you're on the right side of that argument easily. Let's double check. Did we get any new Patreon members? You get to, if you do subscribe to the Patreon, you get to see interviews from people all around the industry, mainly 99%. I realized I could hear myself echoing. From all the people around the best ball world. I had our good friend here, Kyle Marley, on. We've had a BBM winner, Pat Crane, on. We've had lots of people on the channel. I always go through the list of people. It's a lot of people, but I always feel bad if I forget somebody out. So we'll just name off, BBM 3 winner and UFC GOAT here, Kyle Marley. And yeah. Those were good interviews. And definitely more good ones on there. Let's see here. Where's my Gmail? There you are. All righty. No new Gmails. So we're going to call it there, boys. We'll be back tomorrow. We're doing a small dollar. And if I get to my 150th, if I can get down to 149, we'll do 150 my underdog BBM 5. If not, or BBM 4, whatever number this is this year. We'll do that tomorrow. And then obviously we have 2 10-hour streams, one on Wednesday and one on Thursday, starting at 5 a.m., going to 3 p.m. So if you have content that needs to be fulfilled, to be watched, or you have nothing on your early mornings on Wednesday and Thursday, please come hop in with me. Again, I think I'm probably the most EV drafter to be drafting with. I've had the worst advance rates the last 2 years. So please feel free, hop in. I don't mind. The waters are nice and cold. All right. It's been fun. It's been real. It's been real fun. Later, y'all.